Hi, this is Deborah Wilkie with Usborne Books and More, and I want to show you some of our fantasy and fairy tale books, starting with something for the youngest of readers, That's Not My Dragon. As with all of our That's Not My books, there are wonderful little sections to touch and to feel, whether it's bumpy or fluffy or scratchy or shiny, any of those great little adjective words that help your kids expand their vocabulary and learn to express themselves. And I also love that every image is outlined in black so that even young babies can see the images in these books. And this isn't necessarily a fairy tale, but I do want to show you this book. Usborne Nursery Rhymes. This makes an absolutely gorgeous gift edition because we have this beautiful slipcase, and this book is absolutely stunning. Reading rhythmic, rhyming text is so important for children as they develop. And look at these illustrations. They are absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous to look at. I love sitting down with this book and looking at it. And the print is nice and large as well. So if you have young readers, this is a great way to get them reading some rhythmic and poetic text. Makes a great baby shower gift as well. So here's another one that I am super excited about, Peek Inside a Fairy Tale. I want to show you up close some of the detail in this book. The cutouts are absolutely incredible. Cute little rendition of this story with some fun flaps for your kids to open to keep them engaged. And one of the things that I love about Usborne is how careful they are with what we present to children at different ages, because Usborne books were created specifically to meet children at their stage of development. And some fairy tales can be a little scary and can be a little dark. So for example, when Little Red Riding Hood gets eaten by the wolf, this is what our text says. You can peek inside his belly to make sure Little Red Riding Hood is all right, and then they can look inside. So a moment that could be kind of scary for children is made not so scary. And of course, we have our lovely happy ending. And of course, what is a fairy tale without a castle? This is from our My Very First series, and this one features castles and what life was like for people in medieval times. Lots of things for your kids to seek and to find, and lots of learning to be had as well in this book about the time period, about knights, and all sorts of other goodies in here. And you might just want to check out castles in the search engine when you're shopping later tonight, because we have some amazing castle books, and we also have a slot together castle set that is very cool. And another beautiful title that my daughter absolutely loves. This is one of our musical books, and this is from the ballet Sleeping Beauty, and the sound is absolutely gorgeous. Some music books can be a little annoying, to be honest, but as a mom, I actually don't mind my toddler playing this one. Have a listen. So a beautiful way to introduce your children to this gorgeous music. We have several others in this series as well that tell the story and have the music along with it. And here's something a little different. You may have heard about Nibbles, who was making huge waves when he was released just a few weeks ago. Nibbles the Book Monster. Now you might wonder, why am I showing you this book in a fairy tale party? Well, let's check this out. So we have this little guy Nibbles, and he likes to nibble on books. And throughout this book, you will see him enter fairy tales that we know. And yes, there is actually a hole in here. And he goes in, and let's just say he kind of messes with the storyline a little bit as he goes through these stories. So it is such a fun book to read with your kids, and it kind of gives you an idea of how some of these tales we are so familiar with could have turned out a little bit differently. Definitely going to want to check out Nibbles, and there's even a plush Nibbles to go with it as well. And so for older kids, we do have some fabulous fantasy, fiction, and fairy tale books, starting with this one from our new Fairy Pony series. Wonderful chapter book. I love the gentle pink black and white illustrations throughout this book. Very sweet series, especially if your kids love ponies and or fairies. And along the pony and princess idea, we have the Pony Crazed Princess series. Also a great one to get your readers interested in a chapter book. And a little bit of fantasy and sci-fi here. This is from our Mythical Ninth Division series. I'll show you the inside here. Great combination with some kind of graphic novel style insets within the chapter book, which is a great way to get somewhat reluctant readers a little more into it. Very fun, exciting sci-fi and fantasy here. And I am especially excited about the Impossible Quest series that has just come out. Amazing fantasy series. I love Kate Forsyth. She's an incredible author. She has so much insight into the development of kids and helping to get them excited about reading and what reading, particularly reading fantasy, will do for them. Very exciting series. You're definitely going to want to check that out. Thank you so much and happy reading.